Johnny here.
And Lizzie.
Frizz, episode 5 of the Packing Orders podcast.
I love it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Good,
It's
I'm
fun.
glad. A lot to talk about today. We want to talk about just reselling in general. Part-time, full-time, what we love, what we
Pros,
hate.
cons.
All of it. We're going to give the dirt from our angle. Because we're professionals, right?
Yeah.
We're
I would
professionals.
consider that. We get paid.
If that's all it takes. We got back. We went to Boston last weekend. We can chat a little bit about how our little New England thriftcation went, and anything else. But really, reselling. Love it, hate it,
The good, the bad, the ugly.
discuss. Frizz, we did just find out that Rhode Island is neither a road nor an island last weekend.
It's not. No.
How was first the Boston bins?
I love the Boston bins. Like, love it. I know their bins are very, very deep. So it's a lot of bending over to get to the very bottom. But
So you know what it reminded me of?
Huh.
The St. Pete bins that you hated.
You're
And
right.
why did you hate it?
I didn't find anything.
And why did you love the Boston
I
bin?
found stuff. I found good, obscure things in the Boston bins that actually had been in the store, but people still didn't pick them up. I don't know what they were priced at. They just had the tag, the like little plastic tag.
Yeah. Interesting, though. Guys, so I say this to say, follow us over on Frizzy's Finds if you're not, because we did get a comment today, Frizz, that somebody discovered us from this
Oh, the podcast?
and not this,
Oh.
which I was pleasantly
Yeah,
surprised.
that's great.
So we're reaching new realms. So very excited about that.
Yeah, thank you guys.
But anyway, typical bins, you'll see in the video, we have a Boston video coming out this week. Most bins are very shallow.
Yeah.
And so we talk about, like, we joked about surface dwellers in previous episode about, like, the bins and they just go through the top. In Boston, it was understandable that people are surface dwellers.
Yeah.
Because, like, your feet are, like, up in the air.
Yeah.
And
I'm
you're
like, hold me back so I don't fall in.
But because of that, like, everyone just kind of goes crazy over the top. And when you started to dig,
I found a lot
you
of
were
stuff at the
finding
bottom.
treasures.
Yeah, it was good.
The bins were better than probably any of the just normal racks that you had gone into.
Yeah, I will say, and a person that an employee at the bins also said this, that a lot of the regulars at their Goodwill outlet in Boston, they pick like fast fashion. They pick very like general kind of not brand related things. So I was finding a lot of like really good obscure brands and of good quality that people just pass all the time.
Yeah.
So that was exciting.
You had found things that we had never heard of.
Yeah.
And I think if you're just trying to maybe flip quickly, you're just like, oh, I've heard of this.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's again why I don't wear gloves, because I have to be able to feel the quality of the fabric.
Yeah, because you were finding like hoodies that were valuable, like just different kinds of,
Yeah.
Thank you. That was the word I was going for. And then we went over to Rhode Island. It is more than a road and an island. It's neither. But the Providence bins.
They had just opened that Friday, I think, and we got
Tuesday.
that
week. That week.
And then we went on Monday, Labor Day. And I will be honest, I was hangry.
Is that what it was?
I was a little hangry. I was not in the mood to be there. Again, if I don't find something in the first 20 minutes of me at the bins, I'm out. It's a waste of my time. If I don't find anything in the first 20 minutes, it's just nope.
I will give a huge pro to the Providence bins. They had bathrooms.
Yeah, and it was very clean.
Oh, it was so
but
clean.
But it was new, so obviously it's going to be clean. But it was spotless clean.
Yeah. Boston, we had gotten coffee, went to the bins. I had to pee and found out that Goodwills in Boston do not offer you restrooms. I was walking from the bins to go over to the racks to see if there was one in there, and then there wasn't. And I had walked outside thinking, like, okay, what the heck do I do? And there was a security guard standing outside. And I was like, hey, do you happen to know where there's like a bathroom anywhere? And he was like, well, you can ask the manager inside. And if he's not being maybe he'll let you use it.
He
And
didn't?
I didn't even,
Oh.
he made me scared of him. Because then I went back inside, saw the guy, and was like, I'm not asking him.
That's funny.
And then ended up having to walk like 4 blocks, which
But I just stayed and dug.
it seemed a bit excessive
Yeah,
to
that
be
was
able
a
to do
little,
that.
yeah.
But the Providence, I think there's potential there.
There's probably potential. Oh, I did talk to a viewer. Hello, shout out. She found a Doan sweater on the day they opened or the day before when they let influencers in or social media people in. She found a Doan sweater at the Rhode Island bins, and I think she sold it for like over $300. Amazing find. Great job. I did not find one.
Well, you had heard that story, and immediately anything less than
Yeah,
that was
I know,
a
right?
disappointment for you.
That's true.
But I do think there was potential. In all honesty, it was Labor Day Monday.
Yeah, they weren't rotating very quickly at all, but it was probably because it was a holiday and they were probably understaffed. But it's okay.
So we would have to give it another chance at some point. But Boston is now high on your
I liked
bin
Boston.
ranking.
Yeah, I liked it.
And then we just kind of thrifted around town where we could and filled the suitcase, but didn't overfill suitcases.
Right,
It
used
was
our
not
own.
like Florida.
Yeah, we didn't have to get an extra suitcase. We stuffed ours.
And we took the boy,
The boy and his girlfriend went. They
which
had fun.
which I appreciated because then we didn't just thrift the whole time like we normally do on our thriftcations.
okay.
We gave it a little bit of a break.
It was a good balance.
Yeah. All right, Frizz, the topic, pros and cons reselling, what we love, what we hate.
And also full-time versus part-time. We'll talk about that too.
Yeah. Now, just to give you guys an idea, if you are new to us, we've been doing this for about 4 years. It'll be, I guess, this is our 4th year of doing it. You are full-time.
I am full-time.
I am part-time. You have been full-time for
3
like
years.
3 years.
Yeah.
October, I think, is 3 years. Wow.
I went full-time
And
fast.
the lights are still on. You're doing a heck of a job. So just kind of what we enjoy about it, what we don't, what would it take for me to switch to full-time or ever?
Right.
But Frizz, as somebody who does this as their main job, what do you just love about it?
I love being on my own schedule, being able to do and not do what I want to do and what I don't want to do at the time that I want to do it. The freedom of that, if you've ever had a corporate job or if you've ever had an office job, is just priceless to me. It's priceless. I don't want to be stuck in one place every day.
Yeah.
So for me, that's priceless.
How many business meetings were you in last week?
Zero.
How many deadlines?
Zero. I mean, I have goals.
Oh yeah, no, but they're self.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
And if I don't do it, then you know what? It's okay.
There's always tomorrow.
There is always tomorrow. You know what? I've come to find out that had I started doing this probably in my 20s, I was like kind of like an overachiever at my job then. Like I just wanted to work and move up in whatever I was doing. I was just constantly like, go, 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 work, work, work. I wanted to be very successful in what I did. So had I been doing this in my 20s, I would probably work a lot more than I do.
Now?
But now I feel like I do it's full time, yes, but I think I work part time. I could be doing a lot more is what I'm trying to say. But you know what? I'm middle-aged now. And like to me, it's not all about like work, 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 work. I want to enjoy life.
Which is just scrolling TikTok on the couch.
I don't want to be bogged down with stress. I am a stress-free human.
You are.
I just want to like relax and just go with the flow and enjoy what I do and not get burnt out.
Bless. And I'm so thankful that this allows you to do that.
Thank
be
you.
stress-free. God, blessed. Okay, so let me ask you this. What then motivates you?
Well, I mean, it is motivating to sell things, obviously.
Mm-hmm. But like, I mean, if you can do whatever, whenever, or you could bed rot, or be stress free.
Yeah.
Like you have daily goals of like, I need to list 10
I know
things.
I have to get X amount done per day.
But like in terms of like just knowing your business and sales
Well, I want to
or
grow. I want like the sales to be like grow every year over year. Yeah.
just up.
Just up. Up is good. Up is good. I don't want to put too much pressure.
God. Stay tuned for episode 6 on how to file divorce papers.
I think whatever I'm doing is working.
Yeah, I mean
So
that, which is why
I'm
you get
not
no complaints from me.
exactly. So I mean it's working. Could I do more? Yes, 100%. But if I did more, I fear that it
Oh,
would cause me to get burnt out. Because that is, I'm telling you, that is a huge thing
this
with
is why you
reselling.
can't have a boss.
This is why I can't have a boss.
Lizzie, I need you to do more. You know what, Doug? I would love to do more, but I just don't want to burn myself out because that's not going to be good for any of us if
Listen,
I'm burnt out.
You know what? You know what? I hit 40 and I'm like, I don't want the pressure.
Can I quit
A
my
midlife
job?
crisis, maybe?
Is that what it is?
I think it's a midlife crisis. Yeah. It's okay.
Ralphie has
I
concerns.
feel like people will understand. There are people that are 100% like type A motivators and like will constantly go, go, go. I wish I was like that, but I'm not.
No, you don't. I mean, you don't wish you were like that.
Some ways I do a little bit more than I am, but
But like, okay, so I mean, it's just I'm trying to see how I ask this correctly of you. So as long as you post 10 to 15 things a day, like in your head, you've done all that you can do, and here's hoping it worked. Like, is that kind of the thought?
no, because I mean, there's a lot of research that I do too.
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of research on like trends, upcoming trends, like what's selling
Okay.
right now. That was a cat.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I
Do you think if we had a recording light, they would know to keep it down? The recording lights on.
Oh yeah, maybe.
You do. You actually. I give you a hard time, but you are very knowledgeable
Yeah.
in this realm.
Thank you.
You
So,
are welcome.
And I will say, like, yes, I do scroll on TikTok, but a lot of that is market research because that's where I find what the upcoming trends are and
Mm-hmm.
what's selling, like what's like, yeah, what people are buying right now, what's the new shoe of the season.
Mm-hmm. So there you have it, guys. If you want to be successful in reselling, do less. What was that? Was that forgetting Sarah Marshall when he was trying to learn how to surf?
Yeah.
And like Paul Rudd was like the instructor.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, no, man, you're doing too much. Do less. Do less. And then he's just laying there and he's like, well, you got to do something. That's what I am.
Yeah.
All right. So you like the freedom that it gives you.
The freedom it gives me, yes.
What else? Like we'll say 2 other things that your pros.
I obviously I love the sourcing. I love finding the treasure. The treasure hunt is the thrill.
Which is funny because you don't love shopping per se, or at least you didn't.
No, I don't like shopping. I didn't like shopping, but now, I mean, secondhand shopping is, I think, different for me than like the mall shopping. Yeah. But yeah. Another thing I like, I actually enjoy listing. I enjoy doing the research, comping things.
Mm-hmm.
I do like that.
It's more hunting, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's more
You're a
hunting.
hunter.
Yes. What I don't like is I don't necessarily love photographing my items.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, obviously you have to do it.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I mean,
it.
you got to get your
That's probably my
gotta get on
least
there.
favorite part of the job is the photographing.
Okay.
Other than that, I love it all.
What would you say? What are just 2 other things that you just maybe con of reselling or con from a full-time standpoint?
Con from a full-time standpoint is, again, I feel like the bottleneck of sourcing too,
Mm-hmm.
because like that's always the most time consuming, and it's always like you never know if you're going to find anything.
Yeah.
And then if you're not finding things, I tend to pick things up that aren't necessarily good buys, which isn't good.
Just to
have. So I've been trying to be very much more selective now.
Mm-hmm.
Higher average sales price for sure.
Well, yeah, that would be the goal.
Yeah.
But how do you do that? I mean, is that just more paying up?
No, not necessarily. I mean, I do pay up for things more often than I did.
Yeah.
But I can still find, I think it takes time. It took a lot of time for me to widen my knowledge of styles and brands um, that sell better.
Yeah. It is going into your favorite
It
season.
is. I love fall and winter, and I love wearing fall and winter clothes, and I love selling them because the ASP is way higher.
Hmm.
Way higher.
And when something sells and it comes out of our bin,
Less,
there's
it's
so
so much
much more
inventory
room.
space. Yes.
You like, if you sell 10 things in the summer, whatever, or you sell 10 things in the winter,
Oh, so much
you get
better.
like, like you
Yeah.
freed up 3 bins.
Yeah, yeah. And we have been selling a lot of big sweaters and jackets here recently, so it's like, free space.
Hmm.
So nice.
So that's the life of a full timer. What does a typical day look like for you?
Again, it's different because it depends on my mood. It also depends on if I need inventory. It depends on what I have going on. But that's the freedom of it. Typically, like I wake up in the morning and I go source in the morning time usually because I like to get it over with in the morning. Afternoons, I come home, process the inventory, and then take photos and list
Hmm.
every day.
How long I mean, sourcing really just depends kind of on the day, right? Like if
Mm-hmm.
you're hitting it, then you're like, I
Yeah,
went all over
yeah,
town, it kept
yeah. This is
giving.
true.
And then if
If
you're
I'm not finding anything, I just come home
hangry
early.
Providence bin
Yeah,
style,
then I leave.
it leaves.
Yeah.
How long, if you're doing, say, 15, right? You do 15 listings.
Mm-hmm.
How long does photographing and listing take you? And I know you do it leisurely,
I
but
do, and I
but
do a
just
lot of research on when when I'm actually listing it. It probably photographing and listing and then putting inventory away takes probably like an hour and a half to 2 hours.
okay,
Yeah,
and that's daily.
yeah,
How many hours a week? You said before that you probably put in part-time hours.
yeah.
But how many hours a week do you really think that you spend to the business? Aside from like YouTube stuff, because that like this doesn't count.
I probably spend like 30 to 35 hours
Hmm.
sourcing and listing and yeah,
And that's doing some kind of thrifting. What, typically 6 days a week, 5 days a week,
5 days a week. Yeah.
5 days a week.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's not bad,
No, I think it's pretty good.
because a lot of that. I mean, I guess you don't necessarily think of it, but sourcing is probably a smaller part than maybe you would give it credit for. Like if you're spending 2 hours a day
Yeah.
because you're
I
listing every
I
day
yeah, I
and
have
photographing every day.
yeah. So I have tracked my sourcing before and I really like it seems like I source a lot because I do it every day, but honestly in the thrift store and out like really fast. I could spend 20 minutes in one thrift store and,
It'd be done.
yeah.
I think we've said this before. Our thrift stores, we don't have a lot of mom and pops
Mm-mm.
or other thing. Like it's Goodwill, pretty much take it or leave it.
Mhm.
We do have one little local chain, I guess if you call it, Freedom House,
Mhm.
that has what, 3 locations.
Mhm.
But other than that, we're Goodwill, take it or leave it, and our Goodwills are very small.
Yeah, they are very small compared to other places in the country for sure.
Like you just went to that Goodwill grand opening in
It was
Danville,
huge.
and we don't have
Huge.
anything like that.
No. That was 8,000 square feet. It was huge. And ours is probably a fourth of that.
800.
A fourth of
Well,
that.
we have one, like I think of like our Lawndale location, that is
Hmm.
very small.
Tiny. I can walk in and out of there. And like literally walk in and out.
Hmm. And then our biggest one, I mean, is probably what, half the size. I think of like this won't mean anything to you guys, but like I think of Battleground. How did you compare the size of Battleground to Danville?
Oh, Danville's probably 3 times bigger.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. That's massive.
Hmm.
But you said in Danville, not to go off on that, they merged stores
They
or
did.
combined a couple
I
stores.
thought they had merged 2 stores, but they actually had merged 3 Goodwill stores in the area into the one.
Hmm.
So it is huge.
Would you like that?
If ours did that,
Would you like just one giant, or do you like that it's a bunch of little ones?
I like that I like a bunch of little ones. Even
Hmm.
though it is more driving And yeah, that takes, I mean, that it takes time to drive to the different ones, but all of them are very, very close together. They're all
Hmm.
about 8 minutes apart.
Yeah.
So I like the smaller ones kind of because I know which ones are
Hmm.
hit more than others and where to go, and
They're also managed different.
they are managed differently. Yeah.
And I guess if you just have one big store and you don't love the management,
Mm-hmm. This is true. Yeah.
that's how it is.
That's a risk.
Because we have some stores in our area, and I'm not sure how you guys have them at yours, but like they just price everything up. Like everything's
Mm-hmm.
crazy priced. And some stuff's priced up. And it's like
Yeah.
this
There's
there's no
no,
one
it's
meeting where
nonsense. It's
wherever
nonsense. It is, doesn't make any sense at all. One will like price up George for like $10.
or just like, oh, it's new a tag, price it up.
Yeah.
And they'll literally have the price tag from the actual
Mm-hmm.
store and it'll be less than what Goodwill's charging.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Or I like we have one of them that say that they do have a new tag item and the tag says $98. They'll price it at like $49,
yeah.
like half off.
Mhm.
I'm like, what?
Mhm. But it's tricky. Well, they're obviously not running their business for us.
No,
But
clearly.
we do say it all the time. I think of like when we went to free shipping and we're like, oh, they just wanted free shipping.
Mm-hmm.
They they give you a good deal if it's for you.
Right. This is true. It is, all of it is a great deal if you're shopping for yourself. Great deals.
Great deal.
Yeah, and that's what it's about. It's
Hmm.
not for us, so we gotta keep that in mind.
Yeah. For me as a part timer,
Mm-hmm.
I like that it's part time
Mm-hmm.
and that I don't live and die off of it.
Yeah, that is true. I think this conversation would be completely different if you were full time as well with me because it would be more pressure.
So long bed rotting.
It would be more pressure, and I am grateful. I'm grateful for.
Well, I just think of okay, what are we in September?
Mm-hmm.
So last month, August, our best month ever.
Mm-hmm.
The month before that, July,
Mm-hmm.
our worst month in a
Right.
long time.
Yeah.
It feels no different.
No, because yeah, I will
And I don't
say
mean that in like some kind of cocky way,
yeah.
but just that like we are fortunate, I think, to have what we have.
Right.
Where if we have a record setting month, awesome,
Mm-hmm.
woo. If we have a bad month, that's okay too.
That's okay. Yeah. Yeah. I will say though, solely based off of what we make right now reselling, if you lost your job, we would still be fine. Like
Yeah.
we would be able to pay our bills.
We do. I mean, we probably make as much money reselling as we made when we first met.
Yeah, this is true.
You
Like
know what
10
I
years
mean?
ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
we were living in Florida, so of course rent
Mm-hmm.
was through the roof.
Right.
So what we paid in rent in Florida in 2015
Mm-hmm.
is the same exact price as our mortgage
Mm-hmm.
with homeowners insurance
Yeah,
and
with
all of
everything.
that we pay today.
Yeah.
So we're fortunate. I shout out North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Florida.
Cost of living is not
It,
near
it,
as
it
high.
is not nearly as high, meaning that we don't necessarily need as much as we
Right.
did in Florida. I know
Yeah.
Florida didn't have like state tax
Tax.
and stuff. I get that, but
Mm-hmm.
still, I
Yeah.
mean, if we were renting in Florida,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what would that house rent for? And it was
Now,
nothing snazzy,
no, now
but it would probably be double.
like, yeah, it would probably be like $3,000 a
Ooh,
month.
that house was not worth it.
No, no.
So I do appreciate. It's to me, it's hobby.
Okay. And okay, so let me ask you this. How many hours do you think you put in? Not with YouTube, not with the editing, not with that, but like just
As
solely
much as you
reselling.
do.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Well, let's see. I'm probably in a thrift store twice a week.
Yeah.
We didn't go yesterday. It was our son's birthday. Shout out, Gabe. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
But we typically will putter around on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And when I'm with you, I think we're out thrifting longer than when you're by yourself.
Yes, I would agree with that.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Mhm.
Plus, because I guess some of it depends on, is it a bins day?
Right. We haven't really gone to the bins in a long time though.
Not a ton.
Yeah.
Because bins are like a time suck.
Yeah. I mean, and typically too, if we go to garage sales, we're done by 10 garage
Mhm.
selling. we're done by like 9:30 or 10.
Yeah, our gripe is our Goodwills do not open until 10 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
and on Sundays, 1 o'clock.
Yeah, 1
Shout
o'clock.
out, football's back, so I no longer care about that, but go Bills.
Oh yeah, go Bills.
But it's annoying because a lot of times we're done. Like if we're garage sailing,
Mm-hmm.
our garage sales here are terrible.
But we just don't have a lot of garage sales at
They
all.
no
Yeah.
no, and they're not
No.
very good
No,
either.
they're not.
Unless you're hunting for baby clothes,
Yeah.
which is I think the typical gripe of garage sales.
Mm-hmm.
Stay tuned for a future garage sale gripe video. But we're normally done by 9:30, and it's like God, our bit like nothing's open yet.
Yeah. We typically go eat breakfast then, or yeah.
But I would say I'm in a thrift store twice a week.
Okay.
Right, and maybe not even an hour a day.
Yeah.
I mean, when I go by, I do not enjoy thrifting by myself.
Yeah, he doesn't like to go to the thrift stores.
I'm not like in it like I
Mhm.
hate this, but like I would prefer
Doing
you.
it together.
And part of it is men's clothes. I don't feel like there's as many wins.
Yeah,
And so
I would agree with that.
sometimes coming over to you and you're like, I just found 5 things. I'm like, okay, like that motivates me to go and keep looking. Where if I'm just going through and I'm not finding anything and then you're not finding anything,
done.
what do? We look at each
Yeah.
other and go, you want to get out of here?
Yeah,
And then it's like, meh.
that's true.
But a long way of answering, I mean, cross-listing takes a minute.
So probably like an hour a day.
Cross-list, I mean, if I were to do it daily.
Yeah, because you don't.
I mean, yeah, I probably spend 5 hours a week cross-listing.
Okay.
And then I would say I spend maybe 2 to 3 hours a week thrifting.
So like 8 hours a week.
But I will say, you said don't count YouTube.
Yeah, I said
right?
don't count YouTube.
You said don't. But if you do count that, because I do the
does
editing
the
and all
editing.
that, I mean, each video, even a simple what sold video, this won't because it's
There's
all
no
just
edits.
one shot. There's
Yeah.
nothing here. But like if you just even watch one of our what sold videos to cut, put together, screenshot, upload, it's very tedious. None of it's difficult. We're not talking brain surgery, but it is tedious and time consuming. Even a video like that takes 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah.
Because plus you're also making a thumbnail for it and things like that. The longer ones where we're out thrifting and all of that, I mean, that I can spend 5+ hours on a video. So
Yeah.
we do 2 videos a week.
Right.
I mean, I'm easily spending 8 hours a week
Editing.
editing videos. And then if we're responding,
But you do it more for the passion. I mean, obviously, we
I
do
don't
not
say
do
it
for
as
the
a
money.
gripe. No, it's definitely not for the money. I don't say it as a gripe, but it's a thing.
Right.
Because
it is.
I am part-time.
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden you're starting to inch on 20 hours a week, which
That's a lot.
and then you're working.
Yeah. That's a lot.
And actually we also didn't count packing orders.
Oh, that's true. But we do that together.
We didn't
so
talk
yeah.
about packing orders on the Packing Orders podcast.
That does take time.
What?
But we do that 3 times. We do that Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Typically, yeah.
We ship. That usually takes in 2 hours. Depending on how much we have. Like Mondays for sure, like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Wednesdays and Fridays, not so much. Maybe like an hour. So that's, like 5 hours.
But I will say the social media aspect of it adds a ton.
Yeah.
And I do get, not to, like I think of like dealing with Dalton, why you just quit it.
Right. That makes sense. It
And
does
he
make
had
sense.
way more followers
Yeah.
and way more views than we got,
Right.
and he walked away from it. And I think,
Yeah.
God, if I cleared up 10 hours a week of editing, imagine like when we find something in the store and we don't record it, we just walk out.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, all
That
of a
does take
sudden,
time.
like, wow, you just gave yourself 15 hours
Yeah.
a week back. And then you think, imagine if I put that into
Something else.
posting, like the
Right.
business, not more bed rotting. But if you actually re-put that into your business,
Yeah.
I mean, you would go from listing 10 to 15 items to easily doing 15 to 20. More.
Yeah, that's true.
So be nice to small channels.
Oh, I know.
But I do like that it's a hobby because if we don't find anything, or if I don't find anything, sure, it
Mm-hmm.
stinks. You're like, "Meh, rats."
Right.
But I just go on with my life.
Yeah.
Where if we were both full time or needed to do better,
Yeah.
then
It
you're
would
like,
be more
you
pressure.
what do you mean you didn't find anything
Right.
today?
Like, but then again, you pick up things that like don't necessarily
Which solves
sell.
nothing.
No, it doesn't. Yeah. That is true.
And I will say, advice to resellers out there, especially if you're new and you're listening, trying to just immerse yourself in the reselling world,
Mm-hmm.
really look stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
Do
Yeah.
not just buy to buy. It's
Right.
very tempting.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I mean, we think of it like if we're at the bins all day and we find nothing,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, I can't walk out of here
Yeah.
after 2 hours with nothing. And then you buy it and then it gets thrown in a death pile because you're not excited about it.
Yeah. I mean, even those great brands that you think are amazing, I still look things up because the great brand, the style could be like 10 years ago style that's just not it right now
Hmm.
and won't sell.
Well,
So
you
even though it's a great brand, it might be a terrible style that will not sell.
Yeah, I mean, I think of like we have mother jeans that haven't
Yeah,
sold,
I
and
mean,
you're like,
I don't,
mother
I'm,
jeans?
I know. Honestly, no. Like, Mother, some pieces do amazing, but others, not at all.
Yeah.
Not even worth a pickup at
Hmm.
for $7.
There's stuff that you're like, no, and I'm like, no.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying no to
Mm-hmm.
this, and it's like, no, it's not. Like people aren't wearing this.
Yeah,
I don't, regardless of what brand it is,
right.
people
It's
aren't
just the
wearing this.
style is, yeah,
This is gonna be, I think of like skinny jeans going out.
yeah.
And this is gonna be with leggings.
I'm sad about that, but okay, so skinny jeans aren't they are out, but they are might be coming back in. Skinny jeans are still gonna be there always because people just like skinny
Yeah,
jeans.
if they are what you
I
like.
wouldn't solely pick up skinny jeans, no,
Mm-mm.
because they don't sell that well. But do they sell? Yes. But leggings, I'm sad.
Yeah.
Leggings are on their way out the door. So I don't know what I'm gonna wear in the fall and the winter. I'm gonna have to get like sweatpants. I
But
guess sweatpants,
we don't say that to say stop buying leggings,
right?
but start to be pickier.
But
Things are going to matter
I
more.
think if you're a reseller, you have probably noticed that leggings just have fallen off.
Hmm.
People are not really buying leggings like they used to, especially Lululemon leggings
Hmm.
anymore. Like people just aren't buying them.
That's the weird part about reselling from a clothing
Mm-hmm.
standpoint is like you go from like I would pick up like Lululemon, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you found Lululemon in the thrift store 4 years ago, you bought
Immediate
it. Didn't
pickup.
matter. You
Immediate
bought
pickup.
it.
Yeah.
And then it slowed down. And then it was if it's men's, I'll buy any men's.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, like
That's
that's
slowly.
faded away.
Yeah.
And then it was like, okay, now it's Vuari or
Yeah.
Vuori. And then now that trickles down, and you're like,
So
God.
that's that's again where like me spending time researching is like solely for the job
Hmm.
because like being a clothing reseller, I have to stay up on trends
Yeah.
and what's selling and what's going in style, what's going out of style. So that's why I get very nervous paying up for trending pieces
Hmm.
because if it doesn't sell this season, it probably won't sell
10
next
years.
year. So I will not pay up for like
Just
up
for trendy
for
stuff.
trending styles at all.
Yeah.
And style based selling is tricky like that too because style based is the same way. If you go all in on like some style based sourcing and it doesn't sell this season, it might not ever sell.
Yeah. And
So,
also, a certain style could be a niche
mhm,
and not across the board,
right,
you
right.
know?
Yeah.
That is the one thing about being a full timer
Mhm.
that like you really have to be on.
Mhm.
Where if I'm a hobbyist and I have some Lululemon stuff and it'll sell at some point
Yeah.
and great if it does and when it does. But when you're relying on that as income,
Mhm.
like you have to be on top of
Yeah.
that stuff and be mindful. Like I said before, like it doesn't mean stop buying leggings, it's over.
Mhm.
But like no, now you have to start thinking about things a
Right.
little bit more and quality matters. Well, you think
Yeah.
of leggings like you stop buying the cropped ones.
Yeah.
And then it was, and it's
Mhm.
always evolving. And I
Mhm.
think as a full-timer. And really, that's probably the hardest part of being part-time is you're not up on those
Yeah.
trends as much because you have
Other things going on.
life
Yeah.
going on, right?
Yeah,
And
that's
you're
true.
like, you think of people who post things and are like, here's my haul. And you're like, ooh, I wouldn't have bought any of that.
Yeah.
Or I would have thought twice about a
Right.
couple of those
Mhm.
things. And it's like, it's changing. So I think a con of being a hobbyist in clothing is being up on that.
Right.
If you're a hobbyist or like a part timer like me, but it's action figures,
Yeah. That's all. Yeah. That's totally
you know,
different.
I'll put my Ninja Turtles out
Right.
there and, you know,
And I
when
would
they
think
sell, they
hard
sell.
goods too, because and I'm at me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I think with hard goods, people don't necessarily look at sell through rate as much. I think the hard goods is more, for the most part, like the decor hard goods,
Hmm.
like the antiquing
A lot
hard
of that
goods,
is slow plays
is more
anyways.
like set it and forget it.
Hmm.
List it and forget it. Because that, I mean, a lot of those I'm sure have slower sell through rates, but that's fine because it is what it is.
Yeah. And let us know in the comments. Are you guys full time, part time? What categories? What niches? I assume most people who listen to us probably specialize in
The
the
clothing.
clothing world a
Hmm.
little bit more, but definitely curious about that. I will say I do like the fact of being part time. That again, I don't live and die by it
Yeah.
as much. Um, but it does also kind of keep me out of those trends a little bit. So I
Yeah. So
do
there's pros and cons of that. Yeah.
of that. Um, the con of being a part timer is how much eBay, for example, or I think of Depop, needs to be fed.
Yeah, this
And
is true
it's very
too.
hard to, well, yeah, I didn't go thrifting this week,
Mhm.
and so I didn't post anything this week, and
Mhm.
I have two sweaters I can post next week.
Mhm.
And the eBay algorithm just eats that
Yeah.
alive. Like, okay, you're not active, and you're like, well, how much more active? I can't
Right.
I can't be any more active.
Yeah.
Like I have other things going on,
Mhm.
and
But you need to feed it daily.
that makes it very hard to be a
Mhm.
part time unless you go on a Saturday. You can find, say, 15 things
Mhm.
and you can post two times a day
Yeah.
or two
Right.
things
And
every day.
that would work for, I mean, that I'm sure that works for
And
people.
I will say, if you are a part timer that does the best you can and does as much as you can, like I do, it's better to post one thing a day
Mhm.
than seven
Then
things one day
yeah.
and then just say, okay, I'll see you next weekend.
Yeah, that is true. I agree with that for sure.
And that I think of the hard part of like Poshmark when you have to, it's like a
Stop it.
rabbit.
He is a rabbit.
When you have to, like Poshmark, you have to
Oh,
share
stop it.
and send offers and all of that stuff. Like that's another thing that's difficult to
Yeah.
do part time.
And it's true too, because like, well, you think about Poshmark and it's, um, uh, you have to like we have to spend money on the Prime lister, the auto bots that, and the cross lister. So those are additional services that for a part timer is probably it's a lot
Yeah.
if you're only bringing in like an extra $500 a month, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a full time job, an extra $500 a month is awesome.
Yeah.
But then again, like, is it worth it to have that
Invest more into it.
$75 payment for Vendu? Things
Mm-hmm.
like that. Huh.
Yeah. I will admit this that I am not the traditional part timer because I have you.
Yeah,
Like I'm much more immersed in it as a part timer than somebody who does this on their own.
this is true. This is true.
You know what I mean? Like if I was running a separate store from you, my store would struggle.
Hmm.
But for us, whatever I do is just
It's just
gravy
added on.
to
Yeah,
whatever you're doing.
yeah, yeah.
I will say one other pro to being a part timer, Helen. One other pro to being a part timer, and we experienced this in July, is when we shut our store down for a week,
Yeah,
I was paid for vacation.
this is true. I mean,
You,
we still sold stuff.
we still
We still had a
sold stuff,
decent
but
week, but it
not to
wasn't
the
as
same
much.
degree.
No, this is very true.
And so,
No vacation, no paid vacation.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And because you are not posting at the same level as you would on
Mhm.
vacation, understandably so,
Mhm.
and then also having like time away on,
Right.
sales are down from what
Yeah.
they normally are.
I still posted daily, but not as much.
Hmm.
I made sure to post at least 5 a day, but like that's not what I typically
What you
post. So
typically do. And
it's
then all the other platforms that we sell on straight shut down,
yeah, yeah, because we turn on vacation mode on Poshmark.
and
And I
it
know
just closes your
there are
closet.
people that say don't turn on vacation mode on Poshmark, just message the buyer if they buy. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense because like if I was the buyer and somebody messaged me, I'm on vacation, this won't ship for a week, I'd kind of be mad and I'd be
Yeah.
like, cancel my order then.
Hmm.
So we just turn it on vacation mode
Yeah.
just to
So
let it
it
go.
does. I mean, we talked about July being one of our worst months in a long
Hmm.
time, and that's because 25% of it was vacation.
Yeah.
And so you can't just up and leave as often.
Mm-mm.
I will say part of the con is it lives in your head a lot.
Well, either way, part time or full time.
Yeah.
No? Yeah,
Just
I would think.
maybe a con of reselling in general.
Because
Is
it's,
it really?
well, because if you're reselling, even though if you're part time or full time, you're always on
Always
because
on?
you always have to check, like, see if you have messages, see if,
Yeah. It's not like the 9 to 5 where at 5 o'clock you can shut it down and then
right.
load the computer back up,
Yeah.
the next day at 9 a.m.
I mean, I guess
It's,
you could. I mean, you could turn it off and then just in the morning answer your messages
I
and
mean,
see what.
technically you could do anything.
Yeah.
Yes, this is
But
true, but that's not how
realistically,
it's
no.
not how it works.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna, and some people may be better at that, of where you just shut it down
Hmm.
after a certain time, and maybe that's a con of us.
Yeah, that's probably true.
But it's, or an offer comes in, like, do we still have
Right.
that? Or I can, or like, okay, tomorrow I've got to look for that jacket because it's not where I thought it
Yeah.
was. And all of a sudden it's like,
Hmm.
oh god.
Hmm.
There's an unnecessary stress, or just messages, or random buyer complaints, or buyer messages, or
Hmm.
all of a sudden I have 5 returns for fit this week. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of
There's always
like,
something to, yeah. I mean, it is,
which is any job, right? There's
right.
crap in every job,
Hmm.
but it's different when it's yours,
Hmm.
right?
Well, yeah, because it looks bad on you if you don't get,
And at the end of the day, it's your business,
right.
which
Yeah,
con of entrepreneurship,
right.
right? There's no like upper management that, oh,
They'll take care
they'll
of it.
figure it out,
No.
or not. That's not my problem.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's your problem.
Yeah.
Would you do anything different though?
I mean, I do want to list more, but then again, it goes back to like sourcing the right items and finding enough of those items to list.
Yeah.
So, like, I know if I list more, then I'll have to find more at the thrift store, and I might not necessarily find those high ASP
Well,
items.
you already buy the best stuff you can
Yeah.
find.
So that's a struggle. I think that like yeah, I want to do more, but then again, I don't want to bog down the store with $20 items.
Hmm. Is there anything else in your mind that you think of that is maybe a con to the reselling life?
Um, I don't know. I can't think of anything.
I will say that it does, and it can. And from other resellers that we've talked to, this is also the case. It can invade on your personal life.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it can like take over your house.
We have gotten much better at that.
Yeah, because we now
Much
have a
better.
designated area for it. But when we first started, it was like in a couple of our rooms.
Hmm.
Like it got to our living room, our guest room, you know,
Yeah.
and it started invading. But now we have contained it to just the basement and garage.
That is definitely something that I would recommend to
Mm-hmm.
people, is like, get a designated space.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to do this, or if you are doing this, I mean, however you want to set up your processes, set up
Mm-hmm.
your processes. We're lucky that we've kind of turned this, it's like the Frizzy's Fine Studio.
Yeah.
Not my cigar
It
lounge.
was supposed to be his man cave, but it was either make his man cave into a reselling office or buy a new house.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm. Not with this
So
interest
we
rate,
opted
baby.
out of the buying. We don't need a
We
different
opted
house.
out of the man cave,
We
didn't we?
we opted out of the man cave. I mean, it just makes sense.
It does. It does. And we probably use it more.
We do 100% use it more.
But it is good, I think, for mental health to have a designated space
Yeah.
because it used to really burn me out, especially being part time, to have stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, I just need one room.
Yeah.
That's
It
just
can be a lot.
not
Right.
any hint of reselling because it can easily, especially as death piles start to
Grow and invade. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
We are fortunate, though, to have each other, though.
Yeah, this is true.
I know a lot of gripes of resellers is that you're kind of on an island a little
Yeah,
bit.
and I will say that is a con. It is a con because it is very isolating. Because you're working by yourself. There's no like community aspect. The only I think community for us now is like we have made friends within the community
You're going to be friends with
in our
us.
town. But I mean, you're like every day is by yourself.
hmm
Very lonely.
I think that was one of the things that we liked. Shout out Resellers Edge University is that
Yeah.
like it offered a community.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you just need to bounce
Right.
ideas or just have somebody kind of celebrate in your win a
Yeah.
little bit.
Or if you get stuck, like having a different way to think about something that it's not like you're stuck
Yeah.
in your own head, like having a different perspective
hmm
from somebody else is so nice.
Yeah. And I think that's the tricky part. Like we consume, obviously we make YouTube content, but we consume a lot of
Mm-hmm.
YouTube content. And there really is no, there's not one way to do this.
No, gosh,
And
no.
you can get so many different conflicting
Mm-hmm.
ideas that as a reseller, especially somebody new or somebody like going through kind of like a rough patch or something, it's like, who do I listen to?
Right.
Because you're
That's
telling
true.
me this, but you're telling
Yeah.
me that. Like, we're free shipping.
Yeah.
And there's people that are like, I would never do free shipping.
And it's not for
ever.
everyone.
No.
100% is not for everyone. Because there is a point, like, I was listening to a podcast the other day that was talking about how free shipping in the clothing category is not necessary because nobody else offers it.
hmm
But I mean, which is true for the most part, I'm sure. But we just tried it just to see how it would go, and it's worked for us.
Yeah.
Not saying that it's going to work for your store, but it is working for us for
Yeah.
right now. We
Mhm.
will continue to review it and see if it's worth it down the road. But
I think that's the other thing. Everything's fluid, right?
Right.
Like if it's working right now, great, but that's not forever.
right,
But we turned offers off where
Yeah.
a lot of people would be like, I would never ever turn
Mhm.
offers off. Like,
Mhm.
oh, okay. Well,
yeah. I mean, everyone's
Okay.
going to do it their own way, and as you should test things out,
Mhm.
see for yourself what works. I mean, you can always try something for a little bit and then change it.
but I do struggle with the argument that nobody else is doing it. I mean, it's the old like I think of like if everyone jumped off a
Yeah.
bridge, like
Yeah.
whatever. Like that's not the reason. In
No.
fact,
And
that might
people
be
al-
the reason to do something different.
Right, that's
Like,
true.
wow,
If
everyone else I got to
doing
pay
it.
for shipping. Here I don't.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, it is.
But I
to
do
each,
think
to
it's
each their own.
it's not for everyone. You have to really understand your business. You have to understand your cost of goods.
Right.
You
yeah.
have to understand shipping and what shipping costs are. Like we know if something heavy is going to Seattle, where we live in North Carolina, it's going to be $17 or $18. But if we can get it into a padded flat rate,
The goat.
it's down to 10.
Yeah.
But like to know that
Yeah.
or one of the things that we can start looking into is FedEx ground.
Right. This
FedEx
is
ground
true.
is cheaper than USPS in a lot of different ways. That's an option too. I just think nobody else is doing it isn't really
Like a good excuse. Yeah, that's true.
because it's like to innovate and be different is how you grow and move
Right.
forward.
Yeah, that's exactly.
So if we're all just doing the same thing, it doesn't make sense. Well, then let's all go, like then why price things different?
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay. Oh, these polos are $19.99. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
1990. Like,
I will
no.
I will say if our store average sales price was like $20 to $25, I would not do free shipping.
No, you can't sell a wool turtleneck that weighs 3 pounds for $20 free shipping.
No, that you can't. So you really have to look at your store. Like our average sales price is $50. So
Mm-hmm.
it kind of makes sense. But like it depends on what your average sales price is really.
Mm-hmm. But I'll tell you, if you have a 60 or a $70 wool sweater, sure, why not free ship
Yeah.
it? And there comes a point where Frizz, we haven't even talked about this because I don't know that it's going to show in the video. That Dolce and Gabbana that you
Oh, I
just
I
found.
know. I filmed it for a short.
Oh yeah.
And that's another struggle that I have with this isn't reselling in general, but like it's the social media aspect of the reselling is having the shorts and the long form content because you have to film it differently. You have to
First
film
world problems.
vertical for short form and horizontal for long form. And so that's probably why like I don't post a lot of shorts because I try to get all my footage into the long form videos for you guys. So the struggle is real.
People won't necessarily care about like that aspect of things, but it reminds me of live selling versus like eBay. It's
Yeah,
different brains.
it's totally true. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And like long form is long.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Right.
I found this, it is
And
nice, here it
explaining
is.
it and yeah,
And then
more
short form's
detail.
like, this sweater $50, bang.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I give props to people who do all of it
hmm
though, because it is like time consuming and then also, yeah, turn your brain. You got to flip it.
yeah. But
But
going back to you finding that
yeah.
Dolce, what I
Mm-hmm.
was saying is that could potentially sell for $1,000,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, I have it listed for $1,500.
But are you really on top of it going to be like plus 16 for shipping?
Yeah, no.
Like,
Free ship. Free
you know what I
ship.
mean?
Yeah.
Like, so, eh.
Yeah.
And I don't know where that dollar value would come in.
Yeah.
But if something's $70 and it's 8 ounces,
Mm-hmm.
why
Just
not
free
just free ship
shipping.
it?
Yeah, I mean it yeah. It's a
To
thank you
me,
to the
to me, it looks better. Like,
right.
oh, free shipping. Like, oh,
Mhm.
Amazon. Like, that's
Mhm.
what I come to expect that,
Yeah,
right? Plus, eBay gives you that algorithm
right.
boost. So
Mhm.
why not take both of those versus not, and then saying like, here's 15% off?
Yeah.
Because if a store that you liked was
Mhm.
having a sale
Mhm.
and it was 15% off,
Mhm.
I don't know about you, that would not motivate me to go to that
Well,
sale.
yeah, but most and honestly most retailers not on even Amazon, but like clothing in general, if you buy online from their store, it's free shipping.
Yeah, like over a certain
Yeah,
dollar amount. A lot of times
most
that's how
is.
they
Yeah, I just bought some shoes and it was free ship. I was like,
say,
oh,
well,
okay, nice.
but like you offering me 15% off would not, like, I wouldn't go to the store like, oh, they're having 15% off. Like, okay.
Oh yeah,
Like,
you need more like 50%.
yeah, or like 30 or
Yeah.
something. But so that, like, to me, like, free shipping just
Yeah,
presents a little
it
better.
does.
But there, we got comments that were like, I would never free ship. You do you.
Yeah, I mean, we don't care what you do.
We want you to be
Yeah, we
successful. We
do.
just don't care how you do it.
Right.
Just get there.
And if something works better for you, let us know because,
But people,
nothing that we do is set in stone and
no,
like is
very fluid.
forever.
Very fluid. Well,
Yeah.
that's the tricky part of YouTube or like social media.
Yeah.
Oh, they
Everyone thinks
told
that,
me.
yeah, well, yeah, and everyone thinks they're right, but it's not right or
Mm-mm.
wrong. It's what works for you and what doesn't. It's your business, so
Did you have
you
to
can do
work
whatever you want.
today? Then you were wrong because the goal is to never. But yeah, a lot of different pros and cons. I would going full time, and I think we maybe touched upon this. It would give me anxiety
It would
because the
be.
slow weeks or the
Mhm.
slow days
Mhm.
would, like, you would feel that.
Yeah. But you got to know it always bounces back. Like and you're going to have those now we know like have doing this consecutive for years
Hmm
which months are slower and which months are busier for us that we can kind of prepare and
hmm
plan better for those months.
Yeah, it would just be hard from like a week to week or a day to day not to
Right.
ride that.
Yeah. Like, I need to make X amount per day and then it not happen.
Hmm.
But the next day could be completely different. You could make double.
Well, I think of like you sold those jeans, those
Mm-hmm.
vintage Levi's,
Mm-hmm.
and that was what, a $300 sale.
Yeah.
We were having a slow week,
Right.
and then
And
those
that saved
sold,
the
and now all of a
week.
sudden, oh, it's a great
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
And like but it was one sale, and it fixed very like live and
Yeah, it is.
die.
It is, but you can't. Yeah, I just can't look at that
Hmm.
too much, I
But
think.
do you think part of it is you don't have to?
Well, I mean, I do look at it, and if it was continually going down and down and down, I would have to change something, right?
Correct.
But it isn't. Like, I know in my mind that it's up and down.
Yes.
So it will come back up.
But it's okay because we are okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if that was take it or leave it, like that
Right.
was our house.
Well, if we'd have to maybe consider doing other things, like, dare I say,
Mm,
whatnot.
live selling. I will say,
Uh,
people did enjoy that live selling episode.
yeah.
People do not like live selling. Where are
No.
all the people that do?
A lot.
Because
You know what?
they are not YouTube watchers.
Okay, so here's a crazy story. So Ginger Marvin, shout out. I was watching one of her YouTube videos, and she was talking about a whatnot seller because she was showing her haul from this whatnot seller. So I went to whatnot and I saved her next show. I went into the show when it started. Ginger Marvin was in there, and Ginger said, "Frizzy, what's up?" And I was like, "Oh, Kathy, hey," just chatting, and
Are you name dropping right now?
yeah, and uh and the seller, like, the people in the chat, the seller was like, "Oh, this is Kathy from, or Ginger Marvin from YouTube." People didn't even know in whatnot, like, any, like, her at all. Like, and like, to me, like, Ginger Marvin is like a YouTube, like,
Yeah,
sensation in
she's A
reselling.
star, A
Yeah,
level.
she's A-list reseller YouTube. So with whatnot not even knowing Kathy, I'm like, what? Is Whatnot in their own world? Like,
Whatnot
Whatnot
is
just
is
must not watch YouTube.
yeah. What do they watch?
I don't know. Whatnot. They watch
They
Whatnot.
just watch
Yeah,
Whatnot.
they watch Whatnot.
I wonder. So my grandmother is in her mid-80s, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she loved when she used to come babysit me. I would put QVC on. She
Oh.
loved QVC. So grandma's here, put QVC on. I wonder what she would think.
Of Whatnot?
Hmm.
Well, I think some of those sellers would be too much for her.
Yeah.
But
Well, some of the sellers are too much for
in
anybody.
general,
But would a true classic HSN
QVC,
QVCer?
HSN. Oh, yeah, I don't know. We should show it. No, we may probably
No,
not show it
probably
to
not.
her. That could be
She would
bad.
be like, "How do I get this on my?"
Yeah. I want that. It's too easy to click. It's too easy to click buy.
But I don't know. I mean, she bought. I don't know. I think she just liked to watch it.
I mean, I could see it kind of being just background noise, and and if you like something, just do you call?
Hmm.
I
I don't
never
think she
really.
ever called.
What
Maybe
did she
I'll have to
do?
ask
How
her.
did she buy? She just watched it. She never bought.
Well, I don't want to say she never bought. She definitely bought, but like I don't. She didn't have like. She wasn't like a hoarder.
Oh,
It wasn't
okay.
like that kind of
Yeah,
situation. I think she just liked it.
but you had to call to purchase,
Yeah, you
right?
had to call to
Yeah, you had to
purchase.
call.
I used to just watch the clock go down, and then it would tell you how many sold,
Yeah.
and I just watched the tickers.
I wonder, do they do that now with calling, or do you just go online? Like, do they still have people call now? You wouldn't think so.
I'm
I don't
sure
know.
it's still an option,
Huh. I haven't
but you can
watched
probably
it.
just go online. But
Yeah. Interesting.
hmm.
I don't know how we got on the QVC.
Well, we were just talking about
Live selling, I
yeah.
guess.
I mean, that's whatnot is just glorified QVC.
This is true. This is true.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Frizz, it's football Sunday.
I know.
This will come out Monday morning. Hopefully, the Bills win tonight, or hopefully the Bills won last night. You guys will know my mood.
Yeah, he has a half hour until the game starts. So
Game
he
start
said
in a half
he had to
hour.
have everything done by 1.
And then we have family coming over tonight.
Yep, we're
Our
celebrating
son's birthday.
Gabe's birthday.
/ it's the Bills, baby.
Pizza party and Bills game.
That's right. Sounds pretty good, huh?
Pizza and wings. Mm-hmm.
Some barbecue wings.
Some charred barbecue.
Guys, what is your go-to pizza? I'd be
Ooh.
curious to know that. Frizz, we agree on so little. We are so different.
Mm-hmm.
we are locked in
The
same
pizza,
step
yeah,
on
is locked
pizza.
in.
I think that's the key to our
Although
marriage.
I will say crust wise, my favorite is coal fire pizza,
Yeah.
and yours is not.
No,
Yours
I
is
like a little
buffalo.
doughier.
Yeah,
Yeah. Buffalo is its own style
yeah,
pizza.
it is.
Um, but our toppings,
Our toppings are
our
the same.
go-to is pepperoni, onions, and banana
Mm-hmm.
peppers, and I appreciate that.
So good.
I think really the key to a successful marriage is,
Having the same pizza
yeah,
order.
and you like flats, and I'll eat the drums.
Yeah, this is true with wings.
Find
Love.
yourself somebody who you're not fighting flats over.
Mm-hmm.
Although it does irk me that you leave so much meat on them.
Mm. Well, you can have the leftovers.
All right, guys, that is it for
Uh,
episode 5. Stay tuned for episode 6. Also, check out Frizzy's Finds because we drop this weekend
mm-hmm.
your grand opening video,
Mm-hmm.
and then Boston will be coming this week over on
Yes.
the Frizzy's Finds
Yes.
channel. So
Stay
just,
tuned.
yeah. And Alan, anything?
Meow.
We'll see you guys later.